Hello, and this is the last video of this symbol relationship database. It's going to be based on one-to-many again, and we have done two tables between employees and managers. Manager has been treated as the one in the relation, and employees as the many. We went from designing the table and creating the relationship between the two entities to designing the form, and also we had a form and a subforms, which we noticed that it's very easy to link them graphically. So whatever you enter in the forms is going to be reflected in those two tables. And we went from that stage into the query, where we established a query that showed us how to calculate something based on another field that exists in the tables, which was the salary, by adding 5% to each of those employees. Also, we were able to create a criteria to select only those employees who made more than or equal to $50,000. And one thing also I'd like to remind you about the previous videos, that we were able to combine two text or two strings, which were both first name and last name of the employees in one bigger calculated field. But remember that we use the ampersand as the operator that will allow us to concatenate. That's the key word here, is concatenate two words or two strings. I'm going to go ahead and move to the last video. It's a short one in order to create a report that will allow me to show the result of my queries. Most of the report that we use in the database is usually, unless they wanted to look at the original data, they will go and pick up a query that we establish to answer some question. Again, the question was, what are the name of those employees who made more than or equal to $50,000 and ended up also with 5% raise. So I'm going to go ahead and again one more time to the create, and I'm going to be looking for create ribbon. I'm going to look up for the report wizard, and instead of pulling any of the previous table, I'm going to look up for the query and move everything, because I already worked hard on it. And I'm going to establish that the manager must be on the top and the employees at the bottom. If I do hit this by accident, it's not really going to look good. I need to make sure the manager is in the top. And of course, we could go ahead and group them later, not in this class. This is really, or in this stage, this is very easy to really do, but sometimes later we wanted to group certain salaries for each employees and find other calculation inside the report itself, or maybe all the total salaries for all the people who are in the department. See, we could group them by department. Those later, but at this stage we're just going to go ahead and leave it as it is. So we're going only to have manager name and department, employees name, salaries, and raise. What did they get actually after the 5%? Here we go. Move. I would like to actually do employees ascending, sorting by ascending order. If I have more than one employees per department, or in this case per managed by one manager. And of course, don't forget to change the name of the report to RPT. And this is going to confuse you if you don't do that. Here is my report. It's as simple as it is. See, here we have John Smith, accounting department, Mary Jones, finance, and it shows her employees and his employees, again based on the fact that they have salaries and a raise. Of course, just like anything else, I will close the print preview and go to the layout, and it's going to allow me to tweak it. So managers, okay, or employees, let me go ahead and put it who make greater than or equal to $50,000. Okay. We could go ahead and also do this by going to the format here, maybe center it. I could click this, hit the shift key to select multiple of those and make it bold, even make it size bigger, like 14 for whatever reason, even change the color if I wanted to. You know, maybe you could make it darker blue. So those the kind of thing. Of course, we could go ahead and even shift that a little bit here. There's a lot of things you could tweak. If you wanted to focus on this to a different color, you can do that. Just to spot very quickly the manager's name. And this should be okay for now, but what I wanted to show you, if I close this, and I'm going to save it, of course, save the design. If I go to the form, here's the form. I wanted to add another employee for, let's say, Mary Jones. I could add another employee, 999, and this time's name is Miriam, another Jones, and let's go ahead and make sure that this person make more than $50,000. Let's give her 80, okay, and immediately that was added to the finance department. And as we notice here, close that. If I go to the report, what happens? Immediately Miriam Jones was added to the report. What happened? What happened, the fact that when we entered that through the form fed the tables employees with the name Miriam Jones, and her salary, of course, was $67,000, and the table told the queries, wake up queries, I have another piece of data that matches your criteria. Miriam does make more than or equal to $50,000, and as a result the query fitted to the report, and that's why we can see it. So all this action are being done seamlessly, meaning behind the scene without our intervention. Of course, that would defeat the purpose of the database or the relational database. You could add another person who is making less than $50,000. Of course, not going to show in the report, but it's going to be ended up into that query and the table and the query, but the query is going to exclude it from the result. Of course, we could use it in a different queries with a lot more calculation that we have seen. This is the end of the videos. I hope you enjoyed them, and I hope you learned a few things here and there. But as we always say, you can't really learn anything unless you do it. So while you're actually watching these videos from the beginning, they're not going to be more than an hour total, is to create the database along the way, and this is what's going to establish your understanding. Good luck, and I hope you had a great time watching the videos. Take care.